The case between Ripple and the SEC could end at any time. This isn't just a catchy phrase. These are real changes. This is what Ripple's CEO and experts say. It's the best sign ever for going up. But what crypto experts say about the story makes it even more interesting. Some people think that the XRP Ripple coin could be worth more than $1,000. This is not what you are ready for. Watch this whole video. Let's get right to the point without any more nonsense. Nota bene. The XRP community is holding their breath as August 15th draws near. Many people think this could be the most important day in Ripple's history. It's true that the date is just a limit for a court-ordered status report, but it has a lot more weight than that. The long-running court case between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission, which began in December 2020, may finally be coming to an end. Former SEC lawyer Mark Fagel, who is well known and respected in the regulatory community, said on X that both Ripple and the SEC are likely to drop their cases before the deadline. Even though August 15th isn't a hard deadline for action, Fagel stressed that it is a reporting milestone that could show important developments happening behind the scenes. He wrote, "I think the parties are setting themselves up to make a decision before then," which added to rumors that a peaceful answer is close at hand. He made it clear that dropping the appeals wouldn't always mean a full deal, but it would show that both sides are working hard to come to an agreement. The XRP community is full of hope because of that idea. A lot of important people on X, like XRP Dragon, have been warning people. He wrote that tomorrow might be the most important day in XRP history. Get ready for movement in a circular shape. Emonix, another well-known person, just said, "Big new XRP news coming. This isn't isn't talk for the sake of hype. Like, there are real events happening below the surface." A lot of people see the fact that Ripple already paid the $125 million fine as a sign that the company is ready to move on. The SEC, on the other hand, is said to be just going through internal routine steps. Fagel says that the SEC can officially reject the case once it has finished its internal vote, which usually takes 1 to 2 months. The case would be over if Ripple did the same thing. This would clear up the regulatory fog that has been around XRP for years. A lot of people have never seen this case as just about Ripple. It has to do with how crypto will be regulated in the US in the future. A final decision in this case could set a standard for how other digital assets are handled, how the SEC enforces the law, and how new ideas can grow without being slowed down by old laws. There is a chance that the XRP case could be a turning point, not only in crypto law, but also in the larger story of how states and decentralized technologies learn to live together. The mood is changing, even though there haven't been any official filings yet to back up these predictions. Most rumors of delays or problems have been put to rest. As of now, Judge Annalisa Torres has not made any decisions, and it looks like everyone is acting in good faith. The problems that seemed impossible to get past are slowly being taken care of. The next few weeks are very important. Investors should be careful and pay close attention. If the appeals are really thrown out and the case is over, XRP could finally get to where it wants to be without having to worry about the law. There's more to it than just price action, though that could be exciting too. One of the most troubled crypto projects needs clarity, progress, and a long-awaited sense of vindication. It keeps getting more interesting because what happens next could totally change the future of XRP and the whole crypto market, even though the lawsuit may be coming to an end. Now let's look at what the best crypto experts and researchers, one XRP will soon be worth a lot less than what you paid for it. Holdings are becoming more and more sure that we are on the verge of a huge rise that will turn regular investors into millionaires overnight. Steph, another well-known crypto voice, boldly said that XRP would make a lot of people rich in the next 4 weeks. But how high can XRP get? That's the big question, maybe even the $1-million question. Big numbers are being thrown around by experts and people with a lot of power. Digital Asset Owner had one of the most shared points of view. Experts just said that XRP will be worth $1,000 by 2030. It looks like the XRP army price predictions aren't so crazy after all. In spite of how crazy that may seem at first, some data-driven research is beginning to support the idea, at least in theory. It's not enough to just dream about what it would take for XRP to hit $100 or even $1,000. We need to look at how the market works as well. Some people are worried that if the price of XRP reached $100, it would be worth $5.9 trillion, which is more than the whole cryptocurrency market. If it hit $1,000, it would be worth $59 trillion, which is more than all the gold in the world. That kind of value makes sense to raise an eyebrow. But that's where things get interesting. Crypto expert Zach Rector gave an interesting point of view. He said that for those prices to be reached, XRP wouldn't need that much real cash coming in. Rector used real historical data to show inflow to valuation multipliers, which are basically how well money joining the XRP ecosystem affects the total market cap. Based on what he found, XRP might only need between 11 billion and 58 billion in real capital to reach $100. That's based on the idea that XRP could once again reach the 100x to 536x market cap levels that it has hit in small bursts in the past. Based on the same tip layer theory, it could take between $118 billion and $589 billion in net inflows to get to $1,000. In March, XRP reached a 212x increase in just 4 hours. If that seems impossible, remember that. Rector says that in the past, he has seen even higher rates, up to 589x. This isn't just wishful thought, it's based on how things really work on the chain. What does it all mean? For one thing, the $101,000 price goals are no longer just a bunch of wild guesses. Influential people like Eduardo Farina are doubling down on them. He said that nothing would make him sell his XRP for less than $100 and argued that the price of XRP should already be that high under normal market conditions. Versin Algeria, the founder of Black Swan Capitalist, has gone even further, saying that $100 isn't enough and that each XRP coin should be worth 6 figures. That would be very big. Also, don't forget what Crypto Geek just said. XRP is the future and was made to be worth $10,000 per coin. Yes, that may sound very far-fetched. However, it is this kind of unwavering belief that is driving the current wave of progress. The XRP army isn't just hoping, they're also planning, analyzing, and often just gathering. About to be written is the last part of the Ripple SEC case. The legal fog could finally lift, giving XRP the chance to show what it can really do. One thing is for sure, we will never see a coin worth $1,000. The story isn't over yet. It's possible that the most powerful part is still to come. Wow, that's really cool, right? That's not all, though. People are interested in the price predictions, but Ripple's global ties are quietly building the groundwork for something even bigger. Most people are missing this big sign that prices are going up. It could change everything. In other words, Ripple's popularity keeps growing, and not just in courtrooms or on crypto charts. It's now spreading to global banking systems as well. The most recent sign, retail users in the United Arab Emirates can now trade XRP directly with Rackbank using Emirati dirhams. Rackbank is a customer funds can run directly into crypto without any problems when a big regional bank adds XRP to its infrastructure. This is a clear sign that the network effects are beginning to grow. From past cycles, we know that once institutional adoption passes a certain point, price will follow usefulness, and it could happen quickly with XRP. Ripple already has agreements and pilot projects for CBDCs with central banks in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. The RAC Bank's move is part of a much bigger wave that could bring XRP to the center of world banking. We also have to talk about whale accumulations. This part really will blow your mind. Whales aren't just dipping their toes into XRP, they're jumping right in. Also, whales never move in this way by chance. It's a message, a very big one. They know that something big is about to happen. XRP whales just made a bold statement by buying more tokens for almost $1 billion, even though the price of XRP has recently dropped. Wallets that hold more than 1 billion XRP used to have about 23.55 billion coins, but now that number has gone up to 23.86 billion. 10 million more XRP have been added. At the prices we have now, that collection is worth around $980 million. The fact that institutions are buying now shows that they have a lot of faith in the stock. It's a strong sign that whales or players with a lot of money think XRP will rise again and likely go much higher when they buy in, with almost $1 billion during a drop. The effect on supply is what makes this buildup even more important. There are fewer coins available on the open market now that 310 million XRP have been stored in whale wallets. It becomes harder for regular traders and small investors to buy or sell big amounts without changing the price because of this. To put it simply, the price is more easily affected by pressure to buy when there are fewer tokens available. So this supply squeeze can cause prices to rise sharply, even if demand only goes up a little. The whale's actions are basically making it possible for XRP to test and maybe even go above its all-time high. This is made even better by the fact that